Yo, Bradley, I appreciate you being here while you could. Hey, real quick, as we're getting the stream started, James, Padawan, is there any way I could ask you? Do torches create lag? Because it's like, it's not a block, it's a weird block, and then it also creates a particle effect. Is there any Google search that you could do to be able to find out if torches create lag? Eyebrows. Yeah. See, but like torches from forever away don't create lag. It's only the torches that are immediately surrounding the player, right? Castle! I thought we banned you. I mean, I guess maybe technically, but I mean, at some point you'll just have to accept it. Nah. No, I don't have to accept anything. Minecraft is literally a sandbox game. I can literally change anything and everything I want about the world. I could never use torches again. Imagine that. Imagine if instead of using torches for the rest of my Minecraft playthrough, I use exclusively jack-o'-lanterns. It's possible. I could do that. I don't have to accept any. I don't have to just accept it. Using jack-o'-lanterns should reduce lag? I mean, but does it though? We have this new policy. It's going to be the 9th rule in the stream chat. It says that your name can't start with M and can't end in RS Castle Baby. It can't. That's just how it's going to be. Oh, James! See, I know it's okay because James and Castle play Animal Crossing together all the time. Nims, what's the 8th rule? Don't be that guy. Y'all. Okay, we wildin' right here. You see how there's this little hole here in the side of the mountain right there? Y'all think we can make it in that hole? Right there. Oh damn, I went too far. This is difficult. Okay, we're just gonna full force it. Ugh. That's the 7th rule. The 8th rule is staying hydrated, chat room. Okay, this is my home now. This is where I live. Okay, actually, I'm not ready to start the stream yet. I'm gonna go pee real fast. Oh my god, as I go to stand up, I look at chat. Okay, I'll do this first. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh? Ugh. Okay, we're done. There's water everywhere. Ugh.
Look at the size of that thing!
And I sit back down right as Nims Never Reads chat donates $5. Never forget Nims sleeping cubby. Hell yeah, brother. Oh god, this means that the sidebar is just gonna be completely dominated by Nims Never Reads chat. Oh hey, and I never upped my sub record. What is this now? 136? Okay, updated. Are we ever gonna beat 136 as the sub record? Ugh, very entertaining stream. Hell yeah. Okay, so the things I want to do for today's stream. We have most of the builds that we wanted to get built, actually built in this space. The only thing that we're kind of missing is like getting the villager breeder brought over. Putting it somewhere inside the space, but the villager breeder has sort of conflicts with everything, right? I would love to make some sort of villager breeder trading hall zombie conversion station. How do you do that super jump? Every now and then you jump like 5 blocks. You have to like sprint jump. That's so strange. Oh hey, somebody did something and I didn't see it, and then the mods took care of it. Aight. So let's start getting this figured out. So I think I have like 2 more builds in front of me that I would like to explore. One of them is a 3. Okay. 3 more builds in front of me that I would like to explore. Maybe 4, actually. I need a way of farming totems of immortality or totems of undying. But that might be something we just build way out in the boonies. So the first thing is... I think I want a station that... I'm trying to figure out how to put it into words. I want... I think I want a fishing filter. I want my fishing farm to be better. So right now, when we go AFK, all of the items... A raid farm, yes, that's definitely something that I want to do. But I don't think that you can put a raid farm anywhere near anything else, right? I'm pretty sure that we'll have to build, like, the raid farm over here. Right? I'm pretty sure that the raid farm is going to go in this space, yeah? So anyway, I think I want a output, basically a fishing farm room. So whenever we go AFK, the elusive leak, you guys are just making everything, all the meme names. Okay, so we take the output of the fishing farm, and look at this. Like, the rotten flesh is good to keep. I mean, is the rotten flesh good to keep, though? Because, let's be honest with ourselves. If we're AFKing a fishing farm, then we're AFKing the Darkroom mob spawner, and if we're AFKing the Darkroom mob spawner, then we're gonna be totally capped out in rotten flesh. Oh, the leak is super old? Wow, dude, that's 4 years. Cleric trading. We do have cleric trading already. We've got Gareth Lore and Christopher right here. Okay, so we would... The output of the fishing farm, raw salmon and raw cod, you can sell to a fisher villager, which is a barrel. Like this dude. Like, look at this. 1 cod per 1 emerald, 1 salmon per 1 emerald. That's wild, dude. So we would want to save those. Leather, we're not making a cow farm anywhere. A curse to ZGS. Dude, that's a crazy follow age. But then, like, but you're never in chat. Bradley, don't worry about typing in chat, man. If you're driving, please, please, please do not type in chat. Don't even try to watch the stream. Just have it on in the background. Like, treat it like it's a podcast, right? Something that you listen to. You gotta keep your eyes on the road. You gotta keep your hands on the wheel. I'm a professional lurker. Oh, I mean, if you say that you've been here, I'll trust you, but like... Okay, so we're never gonna have like any sort of AFK cow farm. I just don't want it. I don't think steak is that relevant specifically for a hardcore world. I can already tell some people are like gears whirling and they're like,
excuse me, Ilmango said that steak is the best food in the game.
And then they're gonna like quote me the Ilmango video and it's like, stop, you're being that guy. Bradley said he's not driving. Oh, okay, well then, that's okay then. I'm working from home, so I can get into streams more. Oh, okay. I need to oil my chair. Listen how squeaky it is. I don't know if you can hear it over the music, actually. Anyway. Rotten flesh is good. However, I don't know if it's a priority. I don't know if it's a necessity, given the rotten flesh that we get from the Darkroom mob farm that we're already sending over right there, right? That being said, raw salmon, raw cod, very good. Leather, incredibly good. This is my only farmable source of leather currently. I could build some sort of cow farm, maybe a passive mob farm, blah 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 blah. I could do all of that. It's possible. I've done it. I did it in Skyblock, but I don't want to, right? Cow farms are like AFK cow farms are just lag machines because it's just a bunch of cows jumping in water and it's absolutely ridiculous. And then passive mob farms require you to destroy every single block of grass in your entire world and then name every single passive mob that exists in your world to free up the mob cap. And then like it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely, it's redonkulous. And like, even then the rates are super slow. It's just unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. So, we definitely want the leather here. Ink sacks, I'm gonna say that we want the ink sacks from a fishing farm. You can auto farm squid. Do we also need to build, okay, hang on. I'm gonna make like a to-do list. Meh. How do I make a written book? It's like one of these. It's like one of these. Y'all got any feathers? Unemployed alien. What up? I was just thinking about aliens the other day. Like, what would I do? Chat room, what would you do if all of a sudden, like, a clearly alien spaceship just landed on Earth somewhere? What would you do? What would you do, chat? Go say hi. Okay, I mean, no, but for real. You can't, just somewhere, right? Let's say we're most of us are in the States or in Western countries, because I speak English, therefore the majority of us are going to be in the States or in Western countries, right? So let's say it landed in an Eastern country, okay? So far enough away that like you can't reasonably get to it. I'd probably go buy more TP. Dude, this guy, 300 IQ. Where did we get a feather? I'm in the south. We friendly down here till we find out if it is fitting to eat, then it's dinner. I don't see any feathers. Y'all, I'm sitting here looking, and I'm going row by row. I just don't see any. I feel like things would be a lot worse than they are now. Oh, 100%, right? Like, we barely were able to cope, like, with some doctors telling us that we needed to quarantine ourselves for 30 days. Like, our society almost fell apart because some doctors were like, hey, people are getting sick, and like, 1 to 3% of you might die. Please stay inside. And our entire society almost collapsed. Okay? If actual verifiable aliens, because that's what I'm presenting here in this hypothetical, if actual verifiable aliens showed up, dude, no, humanity could not handle. Do I just murder a chicken for its feather? Felt a little, oh, my heart hurts. Here, maybe one of these eggs. Oh! It actually did replace him. Okay. He was reborn. I feel less bad. Perhaps gauge its intelligence, most likely. Shoot and or run, fight or flight. That's what you would do. Like, I'm talking like on the macro scale, right? So like if 100% verifiable aliens land on Earth like tomorrow, okay? You're gonna try to shoot it or run? I just said that it landed in somewhere in the Eastern world. Okay? So like nowhere that you're gonna be able to engage with it. Your mob farm should have some feathers unless you get rid of them. Yeah, we do get rid of all the feathers. They go directly into fire. Maybe that's a point. Maybe I need to be saving feathers for something. Reporting the stream for animal abuse. I can't believe you would kill a chicken on camera. Shake my head. Oh man. Just wait until you see what I do with like actual villagers. I wouldn't really be surprised, and not much chance there's anything I could do about it. If they are hostile, they have tech superiority, they are friendly, not much chance I would get to meet them. Life as usual. So you would just carry on life as normal? No change. You'd go to work, you'd buy groceries, you'd hang out with your friends. No change. Nims, why do you think the government would ever let us know about them? I'm assuming that it's landing in some way that it's verifiable, right? Imagine that it lands right in the center of Moscow, okay? So yes, the Russian government might blah, 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 but it would be viewable. Let's say that their spaceship is so large that it's verifiable on satellite imagery. Let's say that the citizens of Moscow are posting about it so frequently on social media that there's no way that it could be a hoax. In this hypothetical, I'm just skipping ahead, and don't argue me on this because it's my hypothetical. I can do what I want. In this hypothetical, I'm saying that it is verified that there has been a alien landing somewhere in like the distant world, and it doesn't even matter if it's the Eastern Bloc, right? I'm just saying, from your perspective, hypothetically, it's unobtainable from you. You can't travel there. So if you are, I don't know, if you're in the Ukraine, it's in the United States. You're not gonna come from the Ukraine to the United States. If you're in the United States, let's say that it's deep inside of Russia, okay? It doesn't matter the specific place that it lands. I'm just saying that for your perspective, it's unobtainable. Much like the rest of humanities, they wouldn't care about my existence once new. So again, you would say life is normal? You wouldn't try to change anything? Yep. Nims never reads chat says, I need it. Wait, NNRC. NNRC. Does that roll off the tongue? NNRC. Kind of. NNRC says, except I don't have friends. That both breaks my heart and makes me giggle. I would probably want to kill my parents because they would believe all conspiracy theories and be super obnoxious. Oh, I thought the first half of that, I thought that you were being serious. Serious. And I was like, what? That's what you would do? You just be like, nah, this is my house now. I don't understand that argument, Gareth. Like, you guys are debating me on the premise of my hypothetical that rather than just... Fine, I'm just not gonna talk to you anymore. Gareth gifted a sub to Unemployed Alien for 1 month. You guys are great. Okay, so I will talk here. It is a very, I'm just gonna level with you. It's a very difficult way to talk to someone if you try to, so this is a problem that, like, I don't know how to explain this. If you want to argue philosophy with someone, you don't argue the principle. You don't argue, so if they're, okay, so like, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Accursed ZGS with 200 bits. What up, dude? And Nims, what would you do if aliens landed? Thanks for asking! No. You did fine, Bradley. You said life is normal. That's a fair answer. I'm addressing this to the people that are like, well, there were conspiracy theories. And it's like, that's not an answer. You're just debating the premise. And therefore negating the point of even having a conversation. Assume they have superior tech and that any resistance is fuel time. Good answer. God, those are good answers. I disagree with your premise. Well, it's my fucking premise. I can make it whatever I want. There'd be some people that would go insane and say it's the end of the earth, and some would start doubting their religion, some would create religion, and some would go about their lives as usual, like me. So you would go about your life as normal. That's interesting. I don't know if I would be able to go about life as normal. I really don't. I don't need this raw chicken. I don't think I'd be able to go about life as normal, right? If aliens landed, verifiably aliens landed, okay? I agree that there would be worldwide pandemic and worldwide chaos and blah, 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 blah. I would say that they have, I mean, obviously they have superior tech if they're able to travel across interstellar distances, and therefore trying to be friendly with them is probably the only option that we have. I agree with all of those. But if verifiable aliens have landed, then I think I would immediately join the military. Immediately. Because 100%, I don't know, maybe not. Okay, so 100%, every government in the world is going to try to reverse engineer alien technology, right? Just because we could see it would likely mean that we could learn from it, okay? As soon as aliens verifiably landed anywhere on Earth, we would immediately advance hundreds of years in space travel, like almost overnight, okay? And even if we can't glean anything from looking at the aliens, the whole world, the space race 2.0 will immediately start. That part's not even debatable. And the likelihood of us being able to glean something, to be able to understand anything, if we can even get a percentage of their technology, like 0.001%, it would still advance us hundreds of years. Okay? Advancing in technology is only going to happen assuming the aliens choose to share their technology and assuming they can communicate. I wholeheartedly disagree. Because, imagine that you are in the when did the Model T get invented? Model T car, right? Okay, let's say that you're in like the 1800s, okay? Let's say that you're in the 1800s, and then you see a modern car drive past. Or maybe you see a modern car parked, I don't know, somewhere. Maybe you are able to observe a modern car from a distance. The fact that you could just observe the modern car from a distance would have still been revolutionary to technology, even as far back as the 1800s. Okay? And we're at a time in like human society where our scientists are smart enough that witchcraft is not the general belief of the way the world works. Even though we have outliers that are absolutely ridiculous and crazy, generally speaking, our society as a whole believes in science. And just being able to observe that would be monumental for humanity. It doesn't matter if the aliens choose to share it with us or not. It doesn't matter if they can communicate. The fact that we would be able to walk, it doesn't even matter if we can walk to it. The fact that we could take every single sensor that we have and that we'd be able to point every single sensor that we have at their ship would teach us hundreds of years worth of information overnight. I 100% disagree that they must be able to communicate, that they must be willing to communicate. Pernicious Victor! How's it going? Advancing in technology is only going to happen as... No, okay, yeah. There are 7 billion people on Earth. Joining a group late isn't going to help. Play to your strength. You're one of the best qualified people to show Minecraft to aliens, so do that. Lol. You're 100% correct. I concede. That was a good troll. Oh god, I hit the wrong buttons. I've only seen 2 streams where Nims has actually built something in Minecraft. Okay, here. Oh wow. I didn't realize it would pause the whole game. Okay, I want to build... Okay, I want to build Guardian Farm. I want to build a fishing storage sorter. Too many words. Fishing storage. Okay. We need some sort of tree farm storage plus, because I'm gonna say I wanted to store all of the things that come out of the tree farm, everything from sticks to logs and then to take the log overflow and automatically convert it into charcoal, to saplings, to apples, to the whole 9, right? I wanted to be able to do all of that. So the tree farm not only is going to supply us with 6 different log types, 3 logs, 3 trees, and then both variants. And then it's going to have 3 more saplings, so that's 9 items. Then sticks makes 10 items, plus apples makes 11 items. Okay? And then we take the overflow from wooden logs, and then we convert those into charcoal, and that makes 12 items, I think, right? Okay, so anyway, that's what I want to do. So we want Guardian Farm, fishing storage, tree farm storage, which I'll probably try to make those mirror each other. What else? The problem is, if you change the past by influencing folks today with today's model car, would make their car tomorrow, in theory, more advanced. To be able to travel the vast distance... Okay, Pernicious, you came in at a very strange time in the stream. I put forward a hypothetical, and... Okay, Pernicious, she's gonna give a good answer here. You ready, chat room? You ready? So, Pernicious. Aliens, verifiable aliens. Advanced life from not Earth. Land in a faraway area of the planet. Okay? So we live in the States. Let's say they land in like China or Russia or something, okay? Just somewhere far away. It doesn't really matter, but somewhere that you can't travel to, okay? How would you change your life with this entering into this new era? Would you do anything different? If they're not communicating but making themselves known, that's communication. I 100% agree with Hexadin. Hexadin, you're such a troll, but you're also... Yes. It doesn't even matter if they actively try to communicate with us. Just the fact that they are announcing themselves is communication in and of itself. What technology could we get from an alien ship from only the usage sensors that we have? Probably a lot, but I'm not a scientist, but probably a lot. If their ship has any emissions, we'd probably be able to have a good idea of what fuel they use. We can detect everything from basically the entire spectrum of light. We can detect gravitational waves. There's a chance that we might understand, by looking at their ship, we might be able to prove that gravity machines will work. There's a chance that they use, like, I don't know, microwaves as a form of propulsion. We'd be able to use that. The only things that we really... I don't even know if we wouldn't be able to detect them. would be stuff with like what is it? I can't even think of the name. Quantum physics. I think that would be the only thing that we struggle with. But if it has any sort of emissions, we'd 100% be able to read any type of emission that it has. If it has any sort of, on the light spectrum, we'd be able to look at anything in the light spectrum. If it has, on and on and on the list goes. If it's part of regular physics, we would be able to get basically all of it. Yeah, right, we'd be able to get we'd most likely be able to get the material that their ship is built out of. It can't be, even if it's exotic, it still has to be rooted in regular physics. So let's say, we're up to 134 elements on the periodic table. Let's say that they develop like a stable something at 140, right? We would still be able to take a sample of that and be able to be like, oh hey, look at this. And even if it's not stable off of their ship, we would still be able to go, oh look at this. They clearly have some sort of stable element that is undiscovered. And then just knowing that exists, we would be able to start research on it. I simply don't understand how any of that information would directly change our technology. Okay, Okay, the lithium-ion battery was made in like 1971, right? But we had been using batteries for a long time at that point, since like the early 1900s. If I went back in time, and right after the first few batteries were established, and I told someone, hey, the lithium-ion battery can be made by taking this, and this. And I don't tell them how to do it. Maybe all I say is lithium-ion battery, okay? Just that nugget of information, and of course it's verifiably true in this hypothetical, would spur an entire scientific generation to look into how to do that exact specific thing. And it would advance the technology of batteries literally 100 years. Now, I'm not talking about time travel in this like alien hypothetical, but if we verifiably knew that you could manipulate gravity in order to create some form of like a zero emissions propulsion, then that's it, dude. Our entire planet's scientific community would be focused on that one specific thing. And even if it's still, even if we didn't know how to do it, the fact that we know it exists will get people to start researching it with much more curiosity. Depends, because say nothing around the world changes, there would be no reason to change my day-to-day, but if the world is changing, then we as human beings have to adapt. Oh my god, no, she gave the bad answer. It's my hypothetical. The government told us. That's in my hypothetical. Who says aliens and the government would give the people the information in general because they would use it for their own gain and not for the people? Okay, never mind. That was the bad answer. I mean, 100% say Moscow, like, let's say if it landed in the Eastern Bloc, it's very unlikely that Russia is going to let the entire world's worth of scientists in to research it, right? Yeah, 100%. I concede. There are a lot of variables. Also, you want a raid farm. Yes, I do want a raid farm. Chaos overall. Okay, so boom. You think it would bring chaos. How would you respond to that chaos? Like, what would you change in your life? Would you grab a shovel and start just digging a fallout bunker in your backyard? Are you I don't know. Are you gonna like, I don't know, hypothetical on hypothetical, right? Are you gonna call the guy that you're like in love with and be like, I'm so sorry, let's work it out. You're the one for me. And like, is it, or are you just gonna go to work the next day as if nothing happened? Okay, she's purging people, joining the chaos. The way other people respond will have much more influence on how I react to the event itself. Oh, I agree. So how do you think people would react, and then how would you react to what you believed would happen? So like, buying toilet paper is a 100% fair answer, because we've just proved that the world from, and chat room, this is just going to be the new norm. Like, anytime there's any type of panic, toilet paper immediately gonna get sold out, because we're all going to remember the time. You remember the time in 2020 when the COVID virus almost took us all out, and everybody in response bought toilet paper? I'm like 80 years old in this hypothetical, right? Anytime anything bad happens in the world for like 2 or 3 generations, toilet paper will instantly sell out. That's just gonna be, that's the new norm. This is the new reality that we live in. So like, buying all the toilet paper is not an unreasonable thing to say the next time that there's a worldwide thing. Buy more ammo for guns to defend myself? There's a fine answer. I'll take it. But then, like, what are you gonna do with all the guns? Are you just chilling in your house and are you starting a garden in the back? And then you're just gonna sit on the front porch with your shotgun and make sure nobody raids your tomatoes? There will be a new toilet paper. I laugh because it's not unreasonable for there to be a national toilet paper reserve. Okay, is there anything else that we want to build in Minecraft? Also, I want to show Pernicious is a friend of mine. No, wait, cancel. I just want to hit done. I want to be able to edit this later. A witch farm. I don't think we need a witch farm, right? Because, like, yes, I know that we have a witch hut relatively close by. But, like, what do witches drop? Redstone, glowstone, spider eyes? I don't think we need any of it. So, for those people that have asked me if I've stocked up on TP, I've responded with, I'm going primitive, so many leaves on the booty hole. You just gotta get that eucalyptus plant growing in your backyard, and there you go. Literally going green. A water hose bidet. No, that's the secret, is you get a bidet. Or what are those, God, what do they call them? It was called cowboy toilet paper. Or something like that. Cowboy bathroom something. Cowboy butt cheeks, or I don't even know. It was called something like that. And it was kind of the joking thing that like cowboys would wipe their butts with. You're not allergic to poison ivy or poison oak? Oh. That's like, that's a superpower right there. Oh, hey, we also need to do... I've tested it while intoxicated. I feel like there's a story there. What do you do when you're just like, hey, I'm gonna test this, and you're drunk, and you're like, I wonder if I'm allergic to poison ivy. Do you literally just like, well, the host of the party is like, I have a poison oak tree in the backyard. You could like go rub up on that like a bear. And then your drunken self does, and there's no side effect? God, how long ago was this, Pernicious? Much more reasonable for bidets to become mainstream in America like they are in some other countries? You're drunk, you do it by accident. No. What happens is you go poop in the woods and then you're like, oh man, I didn't bring the TP and the shovel with me. And then you grab the first leaf and that's how you find out. Not long at all? Oh my god. About 3. Wait, what is about 3? I don't think that we want this anymore. I'm not gonna destroy it all the way, I'm just getting rid of the path that leads up to it. I'm more scared of a spider trying to crawl up my butt. Dude, no, we were talking about this in chat the other day. Like, a 4 Poppy with a 1,000 bit tip. Cheer from 1,000. This isn't Valorant. I got all of these bits from watching ads. Dude, that's literally so many ads. Dude just donated like 40 hours of his life. That's wild. Thank you. The spider would definitely be more scared. We were talking about like moving to... Why is my brain not working today? We're talking about moving to Singapore. That's what it was. Pernicious, you're coming with us. So we're talking about moving to Singapore because, listen to this, the hottest it ever gets in Singapore is like 95 degrees. And the coldest it ever gets in Singapore is like 72 degrees. That sounds amazing. The only problem with Singapore is it's an island nation that is relatively, obviously with that sort of climate, there's gonna be a lot of bugs, there's gonna be a lot of reptiles. So snakes and bugs, for sure. But like, I don't mind bugs, it doesn't bother me. The only thing that really freaks me out is like the idea of snakes. And there's only even 2 spots that snakes even scare me. Because if I'm out and about, like if I'm walking down the street or on the sidewalk or something, and I see a snake, it's fine. We'll just walk past each other and like, I don't even care. It doesn't bother me. Maybe I'll go, maybe like if I don't know, this book is the snake, instead of just walking perfectly like this, and just going right past the snake, maybe I will, go a little bit wide around it. But I'm not gonna, like, scream or anything. The only thing that's with snakes that actually spooks me, is if I'm sitting down at a toilet to do my business, and there's a snake that was in the toilet first. And, like, there is no period in all of your time, like, you're never more vulnerable than when you're pooping. And I would make a very strong argument that that pooping is even more vulnerable than sleeping. Technically, it's never gotten above 100 degrees in Florida on record. Still rather 110 with no humidity. I mean, that's fair. I hate when snakes slither up the plumbing and bite you when you're pooping. Okay, that doesn't happen. I think that's happened once in the history of humankind. and like it was some like barely developed part of the world. But for real, that's a fear of mine. That's like the only fear I have. Is pooping snakes. Snakes getting me while I'm pooping. Oh, so you fear of pooping out a snake. Oh, yeah, 100%. You got it, eyebrows. See, it's actually, I like, what is it? What is it, the thing where you eat eggs? I don't even know. No, I can't carry that. I can't like improv carry that. I just can't do it. Okay, so tree farm. Output of the tree farm is basically that double chest right there. We could pretty clearly have a giant storage section here on this side of the base. What's immediately... We have villagers that we want to put over here somewhere. I think that we destroy these villagers. Yeah. I think I put the leather somewhere over in this space. Right? The leather needs to go as close to this area as possible, so that way we can take the sugar cane, turn it into paper, and then combine the paper with blah blah blah, and then we drop it into the enchanting table along with the lapis lazuli that we get from the villager by selling them rotten flesh, and all of these things are just like blah 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 blah, right? I don't like spiders. You prefer snakes over spiders? I guess that's reasonable. With like a snake, you can see it. And snakes are at least kind of intelligent. Spiders just are weird. What the hell kind of a stream is this anyway? I don't know. It took a left turn real quick. What kind of bounce was that? How did I do that? I remember a horror movie about an alien creature that climbed inside people's bodies and controlled them. At one point in the movie, it was hiding in a porta potty when someone sat down. I could never watch that movie. That movie would give me like nightmares for days. Okay, so the edge of this is... We don't need these anymore. So the edge of that is the second to last glass block. So that's basically our edge here. I'm edging super hard, chat room. No thanks for scary movies, not my thing. It's not my girlfriend's thing either, which makes me super sad because I freaking love scary movies. Look, eyebrows. I placed the block. Does that count? Okay, so then it's basically on the... Okay. Eyebrows says he'll watch scary movies with me. Oh, Eyebrows. It'll be a date. Alright, so that's basically the space that we have to just make it parallel to the other side, to mirror the other side. I'll watch too next time I'm in KC. Okay, we've now got a triple date. Just realized you had music playing. It's nice to have this while working. Yeah, dude. It's lo-fi. It's just a nice... Here, we'll turn it up a little bit. Also, after some testing the other day, we discovered that Discord works really well for streaming videos. Well. Can't even play Five Nights at Freddy? And that's just jump scares? That is just jump scares. I watched It Chapter 2 last night. Do we still need to watch Train to Busan? Did you see that the Train to Busan 2 is on its way? Goodbye, cat, I'm sorry. I still haven't seen the first one. I'm so salty. I hate jump scares, love horror though. Okay, so for the tree farm, I think we determined that we have 12 outputs for the tree farm. Is there any special way that we need to arrange that? Is there any special way that we need to arrange 12 outputs here? And then obviously we want something very comparable to this, but we're going to embed a lot of it. So that way, the only thing that the player sees is actually the output chest. So how do we create 12 outputs? And then what do we want from the fishing farm? Rotten flesh, kind of. We'll just pump the rotten flesh back into the main rotten flesh storage, right? Not shells. String doesn't really matter. I don't think tripwire hooks do either. We want name tags. Do we want pufferfish for anything? What does that give? Similarly with clownfish. Nims, do you think Minecraft needs better options for inventory management, like special bags that condense certain objects like arrows, rockets, ender pearls? Can't you just do that already with shulker boxes? I guess I would need more information. Nims overflow in the tree farm to auto-make charcoal. Yes, that's already the plan. We've already discussed that. Bosses are back, so I'll talk to you later. Pernicious, take care. We'll see you later. Hey there, how's it going, Al? Is there anything else that we would want to save from the fish farm? Do a pufferfish turn into potions, right? We just need bigger potion bottles. I mean, I would agree with that. Potions need to be able to stack to 8 to 16. I mean, you need to place shulker boxes in order to access those. Imagine if you could hold 3 stacks of arrows in a single quiver. You gotta be careful with that. Well, okay, so there's multiple things at play here. So some things are in favor of your idea, some things are out of favor with your idea. In favor of your idea is inventory bloat is getting to be ridiculous. Each new thing that they add is a new thing that can take up your inventory space. We've got Totems of Undying are relatively new. You've got, you know, firework rockets to enable elytra, which is relatively new. Ender pearls didn't used to exist. We've now got enchants between fortune and silk touch. You've got there's arguments to be made for swords as weapon versus axes as weapons. You've got multiple ranged weapons. You've got bows, crossbows, tridents. Yeah, there's inventory bloat is getting to be ridiculous. Expanding the size of the inventory would make sense given how bad inventory management has gotten. So that's in favor of your idea. And for those reasons, I would be in favor of the idea. But however, there's arguments against. Needless complexity. Unnecessary complexity might be a better way of putting it. Unnecessary complexity. And furthering inventory bloat. So if you had, say, a quiver to store your arrows, does that actually resolve the inventory management issue? I don't know. I don't think it does. What if you had, like, if you were able to hold a shulker box in your chest, and then that shulker box was filled exclusively with arrows? Could you pull arrows directly out of the shulker box? I mean, that would handle the purpose of what you're saying with a quiver without adding more item bloat to the game. Elle says it's going fabulous. How are you? I am wonderful. Pufferfish are potions of water breathing. I mean, we use those exactly one time of the game, right? Is there still a reason to store them because of that? Fishing Minecraft. I don't think clownfish are worth anything, right? Okay. Is this Java? Yeah. Only tropical fish are worth anything? You sometimes sell... No. You can sell trop fish to fishermen. So it's another emerald trade. Is that literally it? Doesn't hurt to have a few just in case. I mean, I guess. And that might be part of the issue that we're currently experiencing with, like, feathers. So we'll save all of them. I really want to save the books. We've got to be able to save the books, at least for the short term. We can't save name tags. I don't want to build this thing in a way that I have to then rebuild it in a couple of weeks. Same thing with knot shells. Damn, dude. We can do... Take care, alien. Hang on, I'm gonna make it better. Your fabulous day. How do you make a fabulous day even more fabulous? Oh, by making the Satanist cookie with sunglasses. I mean, there's not that many drops here, right? Ignoring the treasure outputs, which means that we're going to run out of name tags eventually. Can't you buy name tags from villagers? Master level librarians sell them for 20 emeralds, yeah. Wow, lily pads are a treasure item too. I've taken a lot for granted. So we've got the 4 fish types. I mean, we don't need to say bulls. Leather, so that's 5. No. 6, we will save water bottles. 7, we're gonna save ink sacks. 7, that's nowhere near the same output that we're gonna get from a tree farm. Being 6 different types of wood. 3 types of saplings makes 9. Sticks, apples, charcoal makes 12. Right? Ever since waterlogging, lily pads aren't very useful. That's kind of a point. Dude, that does look sick. There's not that much. 6 things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would filter it, but it'd go into the main farm. We would filter it, but it'd go into the tree farm. We would filter it, but it'd go into the main farm. 7. There's not even a point to filtering this because we get infinitely more from the skeleton spawner. 8. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What did I miss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you even want tripwire hooks? They're not even that expensive. So I mean, okay, if we only need 7 fishing items, but 12 tree items. Got the slightest. So I mean, I guess we can kind of figure out the space. So we do already have an entrance right here, so we're okay to like brute force this entrance. Maybe there's an argument that says that we leave an entrance right here, so that way we get easy and quick access into the AFK section of the base. I don't know if that makes any sense. I love the totem in your left hand. I like his little eyeballs. I feel like he's just a little buddy just hanging out with us. Okay, so do we want to leave a spot open right here for us to quickly enter and exit the AFK area of our base? With your fisherman to see what his trades will be. I don't think I have that much more worthwhile of trading with him. I love his eyeballs and his long nose. He's a cute little version of Squidward. Yee. There's the clownfish. Will this AFK farm style work with a zombie spawner? No. No, it won't. Well, I mean, there's a fishing rod. No, it won't. Okay, he's now a diamond. He's his master level. Pufferfish. Okay, I mean, all of his fish trades sell one fish per. See, how did we do the super jump there? I don't know. Nice, dude. Anyway. You have to be a pro Mercy player in order to super jump. I will fight you. There is a version similar to this that'll work with the zombie spawner, but it becomes purely a AFK zombie spawner grinder. It can't do anything else at the same time. Wolves don't aggro zombies by default, which means a wolf won't attack a zombie unless it's in defense of the player. So what you would need to do is you'd have to let the zombies actually out. They'd have to be able to walk at you. And then the wolves would be able to attack the zombies after the zombie has attacked the player. And then you park the player in such a way that he's holding, say, a bowl while looking at a mushroom, holding right click, constantly eating the mushroom stew, and also refilling the mushroom stew on the mushroom. You couldn't do anything else while you were in that area because you have to be holding right click at a mushroom. How long will you be streaming? I think a while still. Okay, well, we've got plenty of space over here. I want to have more reasons to, like, spread out. So the base is becoming very long and narrow. Right? It's just like a straight line. I want it to expand. I don't know. A lot of the length of the base is just coming over here to get to the Iron Golem farm. If the zombies were spread out somehow, could a regen beacon be enough to keep you alive instead of eating? I don't think I would trust a regen-only beacon, because at the same time that you're trying to eat against the mushroom, you're also having a resistance to regen beacon going. The reason why you need all of these things, and even then, I don't know if it works. I think it'll work, but I don't know if it works, is because it's possible for a zombie to spawn with a diamond sword with sharpness 5. It's super unlikely, but it's possible. And then at the same time that the zombie spawns with the diamond sword with sharpness 5, it's also possible for that same zombie to spawn with like full diamond, full protection 4. So now this is possible. Admittedly, 1 in a trillion. Oh, absolutely infinitesimally small, but still possible. You could get a zombie that spawns with full diamond armor, with full protection 4, giving him protection 16, and then the sword that he spawns with can have like fire aspect, sharpness 5. Okay? And if that happens, does a player live through it? No, I don't think the player does. I think that falls under statistically impossible, but I could be wrong. No, I doubt it. Because, like, if... it depends. For an individual, probably statistically impossible. Like, in application impossible. Like, it's possible, right, that I am killed right now by, like, some, a meteor, right? It's totally possible. In the history of recorded mankind, it's happened exactly once. And it didn't even kill the dude, it just bruised him. But it's statistically possible. So you die, oh well, put a hopper under you? Hardcore, bud. No. Thinking. So I'm kind of stalled right now because this area of the base is just so open that I don't know what I want to do with it. We have a few more things actually that we need to put in this area. We also need a bedroom somewhere over here, somewhere that we can sleep and we feel comfortable sleeping. Not you, Nims, I was referring to eyebrows. Oh, okay. Leave it open and build a tree farm storage, plus you need to build a better looking farm. Better looking farm, what do you mean? I'm definitely not leaving it open, though. Eventually, I want the entirety of this, like, base area to be open. I don't like having to go through this door. I want to just be able to move through this space quickly, cleanly, and efficiently. This is definitely going to be enclosed, and maybe it will be fake enclosed, where, as an example, I don't actually have to close this off. I could just put rails right here, and then monsters will never cross over those rails. But what I do want is I don't want to have to worry about zombies, or excuse me, I don't want to have to worry about drown or skeletons shooting me, attacking me with ranged weapons as I'm stood here. That's what I don't want. Oh, the villager breeder? It's probably not gonna get decorated. It's probably getting moved. Oh, see? Like, look at this. Little dude can't cross the rails. I didn't even punch him, and he won't cross the rail. So I could do some, like, fake ways of mob-proofing the base. So we don't have to have, like, big, fancy doors or anything. Should probably be decorated and just shut off. Maybe. It just doesn't decorated. Oof, this time it's Minecraft, not Amazon shopping. That's true. I definitely want this base to be enclosed. But I want, like, interesting things to be all over the base. Like, this area, I want there to be something, there needs to be something very interesting over here. Because this wall is probably just a wall at this point. What is this? This is just poppies and bone meal. Hey, there's that dirt that got added to the system yesterday. Glad I found that. Huh. Did you settle on a water bottle? I did. I'll show you. I think it was James Eyebrows, somebody that, like, helped me figure out the perfect water bottle for me. I'll just show it to you, and then we're done talking about it. That's it. We're not gonna get super in depth, okay? Okay. This is the water bottle I'm going with. It's a 24-ounce water bottle, which is one of the bigger insulated water bottles that also fits in a cup holder, right? Which is some of the biggest qualms that I had. Okay. Now, maybe in hindsight, I wanted the straw lid. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Because I'm not going to... But the problem with this is I don't like it that it has... I don't like that it has the... whatchamacallit. I don't like that it doesn't have a easy open mouth. Easy open blah, blah, blah. I don't like it. Okay? So we got a specialty... Hang on, let me just, like, copy paste this over. That'd be easier. We got a specialty lid to go on it. Yeah. So we're gonna combine this water bottle with this lid and have the greatest water bottle that ever was or will be. Hang on, I actually had a thought. It's fine. I'll worry about it after the stream. Okay. So yeah, that was the water bottle that I ended up getting. You just need dark gray and white concrete, and then it could be a NIMS version of decorated. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I was actually thinking about, like, how do you even get bulk amounts of concrete? Is that even possible? Concrete Minecraft. Can you auto farm concrete? Would be a better way of phrasing that. Because I know that you can get it in bulk by going to a mesa. You must get concrete powder. To get concrete powder, concrete powder is gravel plus sand. Both of those are non-renewable. You can't get infinite amounts of those. You can't farm those. No, that's terracotta. Oh god, I would have to go farm bulk amounts of sand. How much is one? It's 8. It's 1 to 1. 4 sand, 4 gravel equals 8 concrete powder. Well, 4 sand, 4 gravel is 8 blocks. And there's no, like, biome of gravel. Gravel is annoying to farm. And it'd be even more annoying if I wanted it for the purposes of concrete. There's gravel mountains? Oh. Okay, well, today I learned. Gross. Okay. Yeah, no. This is... How does the cat keep getting inside this room? Is that a problem? Is there a way to stop cats from spawning? Just keep a cat and they will stop spawning? It's like golems. I thought they went up to 20. I thought I would have to keep 20 cats. Oh god, okay. Anyway. So if this is the door, right? This is the door. And we want to take the output from the tree farm as well as the output from the, I guess it'd be right here, the output from the fishing farm and run them into some sort of bulk storage. If not, just keep 20. Ugh. I hate cats so much. So the thing that I'm kind of stalling on right now, the thing that I'm thinking about is, do I want the output from the tree farm to just be a row of storage over in this area? So just like just a wall of storage, or do I want it to open up into a room similar to this, where we actually step into the room and then this is like our tree farm room? right? Where we have like an actual physical location that's just full of tree farmy stuff. So do I want just a, you know, a wall of storage, just basically this, but many times? Or, Nims, can we be friends? What does that entail? Or do I want it to open into a room? If I wanted it to open into a room, then it would have to be able to store 12 items. This room currently only stores 9. 12 divides by 3 into 4, so it would have to go 4, 8, 12. Which you could do while still keeping odd spacing. You basically take out the middle block and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And then how many things do we want from the fishing farm? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we could do like 2, 2, 3 is 7. We could have a room of the same size. Okay, I think that we could work with it either way. Brews and BBQ if I catch myself in KC. I could probably do something like that. We could go, we could get, let's see. There's some pretty good places to get some Boulevard, aka Kansas City's beer, aka Nectar of the Gods. And there are also places that sell Boulevard and also sell pretty good barbecue and / or wings, dude. I'm always down for wings as well. You a filtration system. No, you're a filtration system. Alright, so I think we want a room of similar size to this. I think that's for sure. And what is this? This looks like a 7x7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we would want a room of 7x7 over in this area that doesn't... Oh. That was the door into our base. Is that small or big? Do we even want the door into our base immediately right there? Maybe we'd like it to be a little bit more curved. Because we're never going to be... Yeah, we do want it to be more curved. Actually. Okay, so here's my logic. Here's my logic. The openings into the proper base will likely be open. We'll probably dress them up a little bit and make them look nice, but they'll probably be open nonetheless. Then we'll prevent monsters from being able to walk over them. Of course, we're going to try to mob-proof the surrounding area as much as we possibly can, but I guarantee that we miss stuff, right? To that end, we mob-proof our doors by not allowing mobs to walk over the space, by using rails or carpets floating above giant gaps, something like that. right? So mobs can't enter the base, but they could stand right at the door of the base and just sit there. Okay, similar to how we saw the drowned zombie from before. And if that mob is a skeleton or a drowned with a trident, they could kill us, because our ultimate goal is to be able to get rid of this little doorway here. I don't want to have to be able to push a button to enter the AFK space. I want to just be able to walk into the AFK space. And if the doorway to the outside world is right here, then mobs would be able to stand here and throw in to the AFK space. That does not seem good. I think that means that we want it to be windy. Or why a door? Yes, piston doors? No. We're not doing any sort of piston door. I don't want anything slow in and out of the base. I want to be able to just walk in. Visitors could be really fast, though. I mean, you're not wrong. You're 100% correct. But if I wanted a piston door, then that means that, like, I need to build the piston door now. Not to the AFK, but into the base itself. Of course. I just don't have room to build redstone around the AFK space. Just put a hole to fly into? Yes, that's what I want to do. The only way to get into the base is if I have to, like, perfectly land. Oh, I missed. And this is what I'm gonna have to do every time I want to enter the base. We were talking about listening to podcasts the other day. That's about all Nim streams are anyway. That's a fair point. I need to build something. Just wait till your elytra breaks and you can't get in to repair it. Wild times, man. It could happen. Oh, hey, I just saw your message, James. I got you. New manager. User ID. Submit. Display name. James Wargle. Added. You are now a mod of Nightbot. How about expanding your farm after enclosing it? Your set of farms. James, you asking Nims if you can ban me? No, he was asking for Nightbot moderation. He could already ban you. I don't think that we focus on the doorways. So, I don't think that we put anything here. I don't think that we put any doorways here. So how wide did this end up going? How much negative space did we end up using? Okay. Goodness, it's quite thick. So from the wall, it goes back. Did we include the wall in the count? Yeah, we'll include the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the edge of the redstone. There. Okay. I really need to have some sort of maintenance tunnels as well. So conceptually, if we wanted it to be butt up against this, it could be, because this is just, like holding water in right here, I believe. Yeah. So from that edge would be, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that means that the floor of this area spruce. Dude, his girlfriend. It is rigged 100%. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means that the floor of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we would do the same thing, right? Who made it? I think Eyebrows did. The new leak command. And then we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the sort of space that we're just losing if we wanted to make another storage room like what already exists. It's what, like 21 blocks of width? Wow, Nightbot's super slow. Maybe James is changing stuff though. Maybe he's changing cooldowns. So is this where we like it? We could move stuff. Let's see, the tree farm sits there. There's maybe an argument that says that moving it down so that way the edge here is in line with the tree farm output might make it a little bit smoother. Dude, so many. Isn't that supposed to be a 1 in 10 chance? Is the Russian roulette already a comment in chat? It's basically Russian roulette. If you found the leak, then you died. That's basically it. I have a feeling James changed it. No way. What the? Yeah, dude, so many successes. So many. So it would be 21 blocks across. Having it in line with the... Having it in line with the tree farm might make it a little bit easier. Especially given how tight the space here already is. That being said, we do have 2 blocks of opening here. That's not that bad. That's all we need, actually. We could definitely add a water stream that goes up, over, and then through a bunch of filters over in this space. That's why Nims doesn't like commands and why we only have the leak. There's a website that I should probably use. Let me see how this works. Okay, spam the leak command. Interesting. So here's this website. Okay, not that much. I didn't mean that much. So here's the website. It basically splits the spam part of chat away from real chat. So that way I can, and I wish I could switch sides of this, because I would rather real chat be here and fake chat be here. And that way I could be like, I could actually watch, and I could be like, oh, well, that's kind of convenient if I make it small enough. Oh, but see, it wrongly put Padawan saying he's back into the spam section. I'm sure that if you had like a giant fast-moving chat room, this is almost necessary. Whereas this side is very real. Like getting rid of all of the spam so that way people can spam their poggers and blah 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 blah. And that way you don't have to crack down on chat is good. But then also being able to respond to the people that have interesting, engaging, relevant questions is important as well. Enable poggers? How do you enable poggers? So, if we ever get to the point, that's what I'll use. So that way I can filter out the spam and then still be able to read chat. I don't know if I like this space. It's not centered. Let's see, what's going in here? Just all the wood products? Is there anything that we'd be able to put opposite the bedroom? 100%, a map room. Map room, okay. No, cancel. So the bedroom and the map room will be opposite each other. The fishing storage and tree farm storage will also be opposite each other. The bedroom and the map room should be... centered around the AFK room as much as possible, because that's going to be the area that we're in and out of the most. So, to that end, I think that the bedroom actually wants to go directly across from this space. So I think that's what we do. I think we stop this. How do we build a good bedroom? It needs to have bed, right? Maybe an ender chest? Hungry, I need pizza. Dude, pizza sounds so good. Candy, what are we having for dinner tonight? Yo, I made burritos last night. They turned out really good. Have you already a witch farm? Yeah, basically. Darkroom mob farm can spawn witches, and then they give me glowstone and redstone. So I don't have a witch hut farm, but I'm already farming witches automatically, which I think is good enough. Castle says, okay, so let's figure out the space that we have to use here. I'm gonna try to let this build itself, okay? So first things first, I want a 3 wide opening. Okay, with some sort of like arch, right?
Look at the size of that
Look at the size of the thing! How big is it? Dude, that's $20 freaking! Lit! Pizza, 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 sidebar mine! The sidebar is yours. Stolen away from Nims Never Reads chat. Technically, shouldn't we be avoiding delivery right now? Like, okay, real chat. Isn't this supposed to be the deadliest week of COVID in the United States? Okay. Bedroom, bed, crafting table, in chest, and trash. Okay. Bend, ender chest, and a dump chest. Okay. Okay, I agree. So we need a bed, ender chest. Let's go get some of those items. Delivery from a company I think would be bad, but using DoorDash will support local businesses. I don't even think that there's like local freaking pizza places. Okay, so we do have a bed. I want like a crafting table. I can just make one. A place to just dump your items that allows them to be trashed. The Sidebar Troll donated $20 freaking dollars. So we want this to open back up.
Look at the size of that thing.
What is this castle with another $5? Haven't done this in a while. My corner, sidebar, whatever. Yeah. You're great. Thank you guys for the support. Oh hey, and I just realized our sub record needs to go up again. 137. I have to manually do that. It's not that big of a deal though. You guys are awesome. Make the bed red just for old school Minecraft vibes? Yo, I got it. Wait, no. I like gray. That's my favorite color. Can I make the bed gray? Needs more pink? No! No, I don't want to make it pink. I would either do red or gray. I have red as well. Red plus gray equals pink. Look at that classic bed. Oh, but look at this sleek gray bed. No, we need the color pop. I concede. But I'm not doing my... Ow. Okay, so a bed, a crafting table, an ender chest, and an inventory dump. Like some sort of direct trash can. Which is probably some sort of, Is there a way to make a trash can that only dumps your trash once a day? Yeah! You would do something with like a daylight sensor, right? How do you make a daylight sensor? How do you make a daylight sensor? Deu. Okay. Okay, and then I want my redstone shulker box. Bible thump. I'm so sorry I didn't use your... Bradley gifted a sub to Nightbot. Did you specifically choose Nightbot? Pig bed for castle. Oh man, it's already happened. It's already been done. I can't undo it. And then I need like a dropper. It needs to be like a dropper that just destroys the items. But it only can do it if it's like noon or something like that, like right at the peak of the day. My Nightbot sub. I don't even know how you would go about that. There are monsters nearby? Oh god, there are monsters nearby. Oh, you specifically chose Nightbot, and then he didn't even give you the leak. So, these are things that must be in the room, right? I think we can agree with that. So use a daylight sensor. Don't they change based on time? Right. So I need to have... here, can I... Yeah, let's pick this up. And let's go build it in a test area. Yeah, this'll work. Can I go sleep first, actually? Meh. Maybe an armor equipment station for when you die. Well, Kappa. You need to stretch the redstone line, or you could just use a comparator. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Is we have, here, let's go ahead and get this place down. We have a dropper, and this dropper is going to be facing, I don't know, out, and it's going to try to destroy items, okay? We might embed it into the floor, we might have it facing down, but the point is it's going to destroy our items. Wow, this is an empty shulker box. Let's go fill this up. We need a lot of stuff. Repeaters, comparators. What else? Redstone blocks. Maybe some torches. Some slabs. Oh, we already had a bunch of those. Anything else? A bunch of hoppers? Sure. That's good enough, I think. Skyblock? I don't understand the question. It's just Skyblock question mark. This is clearly not Skyblock. However, I am kind of approaching it with the same mentality that you would need to have to play Skyblock. I am very self-sufficient. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking is okay, as soon as an item would enter this that happens, and then we spit the item out, right? But now the question is, let's say I want this to actually be like a proper trash can. Okay, so first we're gonna set this up a little bit differently. Okay, set it up a hair differently. So that way it does things a bit better. And that way we don't need an extra block of height. And then we can see that same thing's going to happen. We put in 3 pieces of redstone. It shoots out 3 pieces of redstone. Boom, it's a trash can. Okay, but we only want it to be a trash can certain hours of the day, right? And we want those hours to not be related to times where we would typically use it as a trash can. So it would have to be noon. We want it to only work in the middle of the day, right? So we have a daylight sensor. Because we're never going to use this in the middle of the day as a trash can, right? We would only use it right before bed and right after bed. Okay. So we already have this comparator here, so I imagine that we could just somehow set up a way of saying only whenever this guy's at like a signal strength of 14 will this be on, right? Because the 14 will be, you'll have the hour, well the minute, you'll have right around noon, right? What's the purpose of it being daily? I don't want this to just run all the time. So we don't want to just set up a spam clock. But let's say as I'm just clicking stuff into my inventory, I accidentally put in my diamond chest piece and it's gone that quick. Oh God, that's no good. I don't want that. That's really bad. So I only want this to be spamming items out at the noon o'clock mark. At a very specific time. So that way, hey, if I'm accidentally adding items, this never triggers unless it's the specific hour. Why not use a trapped chest? Because sometimes you don't even, that's a good point, but I would argue that sometimes you don't even notice that you've put in something bad until later. And this gives me a longer buffer. And also, with the trap chest, I'd have to go trap chest and a hopper into this system, which makes it even bigger. And I don't want to have to do that. I want it to, well, I guess I guess that's a null point because it's either trap chest hopper into this system, and now instead of doing that, I'm doing a daylight sensor into this system. So I guess it's wash for size. A longer buffer is my point, though. I need to see daylight sensor Minecraft. I need to see how long daylight sensors are at the 15 power output. I think this is the, if it's clear. It stays at 15 for so long. Okay, so it's definitely going to be the 15 mark. So, like... I don't understand this. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do it the way that makes sense to me. Is I need this to only be on at the 15 mark. Just a spitball. Use a comparator to dump it only when the chest is full. That becomes really hard because then you have to have some sort of memory latch that says that the chest was just full, empty to 0, and then you have to have another state where it says, okay, we're now 0 counting up. You basically need it to say, we're 0 counting up, and then once it's full, you need to say full counting down. And you have to have some sort of memory latch that like a binary 1 or 0. Are we counting up or are we counting down? And that then adds another state-based thing. And I don't, yeah. And I accidentally just moved my window. I'm gonna have to relaunch Minecraft. Ugh, gross. 2 seconds. And while that relaunches, I need to update our sub record because we're now up to 138 subs. It's gonna be really sad next month when the like 70 odd gifted subs run out. Otherwise, if you just did what you were talking about, the only thing that it would do is it would fill up to full, it'd go to 100%, it'd shoot out one item, and then it'd be at 99%. You have to have some sort of state-based or some sort of memory thing that tells it, now is the time to count down, now is the time to count up. So... yeah. Nah, because night mode is triggered way more often. Like, look at how long we're sitting in night mode. This is so long. I only want it to trigger at the 15 mark. So this is clearly going to be something like this. So here, let's do the obvious stuff. Okay. So it's clearly this. And this is currently
the size of that thing.
Nims never reached chat with another $5 reduce. Just a $5 reduce with some eyeballs, dude. Some wide-eye eyeballs. I reduced the follow age cooldown from 5 seconds to 30, so that way people are less likely to be ignored and not know why. That's awesome. Also, it's awesome that Nims never reads chat donated $5 freaking. That's incredible. So, well, so this is what it's going to be for sure. And then it's just a question of... subtracting this signal out from 15, I believe, is the thing that we need to do. What's the best container to create a oh, we don't even need a container. We just a redstone block. Right? Okay. No, wait, this doesn't work, because what's currently happening is this is 15 subtracted from wherever the signal strength of this currently is at, 0. So it's 15 minus 0, so it's impacting this 0. So there's literally no output off of this. I only sidebar troll with another $5 reduce. It says $5. Chatroom, these are aliases. Wouldn't it be hilarious if it was just one person competing with itself? That would be the most generous thing. Either way, whoever they are, you guys are wonderful. Thank you. No, this is the answer, right? Do I have this backwards? I actually think I have it, but it's just backwards. So it's this, but instead of it being here and here, the variable needs to be at this point, and the static needs to be here. I think this is it. I think I had it. I was just backwards. Okay, so this is a signal strength of 15, and eventually this is going to hit all the way up to 15, in which case this will subtract down to 0, and at that point, this will be allowed to turn on. See, right now, this can't turn on. It can't turn on, even though there's items in there. So if we put our diamond chest piece in there, hey, it's okay.
Look at the size of that thing.
Dude, Gareth Lore with $5 frickin' says, at Flamewell, everyone needs pizza. Gareth Lore, thank you for the generosity. Flamewell, how's it going, man? Girlfriend, is she in chat? I have no idea. Are we doing pizza for dinner? Okay. So let's throw in any item here, right? Some spruce planks. We're gonna go take a nap, and we're gonna give this thing a test. Make your own pizza? What do you need? A bunch of mozzarella, pizza dough, pizza sauce, and pepperonis. Bread machine is what you need. We have a bread machine. We even have bread flour. I don't know how, like, what's the difference between bread flour and, like, pizza dough? I have no idea. So, right now, Homeboy's at a signal strength of 9. Once this guy reaches a signal strength of 15, this should output a signal strength of 15, because it's currently outputting a signal strength of 9 against the 15, which means that this guy is creating a... This needs to not be in subtract, it needs to be in compare. So this is currently off because it's not at its signal strength of 15. But then once this hits 15, and it just went up to 11. So as soon as this hits 15, this guy will shut off, right? I believe it'll shut off, which will allow any amount of signal through this comparator. Pizza dough, pasta sauce, cheese toppings, and pineapples. 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 I could understand, like, I don't even understand, like, pineapples and ham. That combination sounds particularly disgusting. If I'm just leveling with you, chat room. Like, I could understand. I don't think it's good. I don't think it would be good, but I could understand, like, a very, like a meat lover's pizza with little bits of pineapple on it. I could at least get that. Because have you ever had, like, I guess that's the point. A honey baked ham. Hang on. Am I having a brain blast moment live? A honey baked ham on
Look at
pizza.
the size of that thing.
Flame Wheel with $25 says possibly pizza. I don't know where girlfriend is. She hasn't got back to me on what we're doing for Din Din tonight. But thank you for the generosity either freaking way, dude. Nim just blew his own mind? A little bit. See, pineapple sounds so much better with pepperoni than it would with regular ham. Waiting on that 14 to become a 15. What are we doing for food? But here's the thing. Pizza. But how do we do
Look
pizza?
at the size of that thing.
Cyber Troll with another $5 you do says mine. Dude, thank you for the generosity, man. I appreciate it. We have chili in the fridge unless we want to do pizza. Pizza sounds so much better than chili, but there's no way to get pizza that doesn't require some form of social interaction. Okay, we're at a signal strength of 15 and nothing's working. Why? Okay, let's take a look here. Okay. So we still have an output of 15 happening. I thought this was supposed to go to 0. Oh. Well, that works. But that just means that we're outputting a signal strength of... Then it's a variable amount. That doesn't work. Then it becomes like a binary thing. Instead of it being a binary thing, are there items in the dispenser, are there not? It would still allow for outputs the more items are in the dispenser. Okay, new idea. Okay. And now this is a signal strength of 15. And then we should be able to do the same trick. And then that should also fix this issue. Okay. Okay, so it's a signal strength of 14. So this should not do anything. Okay. What if it's completely perfectly full? It's not supposed to do anything. How did it do something at 15? So this is putting an output signal. Oh, because this is in subtract mode. It needs to be in compare mode. Okay. Ugh! What's happening just between... Okay, let's pick up our gear before it just straight up despawns. What's the current output? Nothing. It's nothing. So then how are we getting an output? This is 15 comparing against the 13, which means that this can't come on. Oh. Okay, it's got to be like what we had before. I'm actually dumb. We already solved this problem. I just forgot. Okay. Now, because this is a signal strength of 12, and this is a signal strength of 15, this is now comparing 12 against 15, which is nothing, which means that this is 15, always, okay? Which means that this guy can never turn on, right? No, he would be able to if any amount of items enters this chest. But only once. Ugh! The best pizza has a little bit of tomato sauce, a lot of ham, and a little bit of pineapple on the top, and a nice even coat of cheese. Oh man. There's some hydrates. Too much cheese removes the taste of the rest. I agree. Pizza is a balancing act. Pizza is not one of many things. Pizza is not light of any one thing. The thing that makes pizza great is it's a harmony of components which you can still discern individually. It's not like you're making, I don't know, like a casserole or something, right? Where it all just kind of becomes one thing, right? No, pizza is still the sum of its parts. Like each individual component still exists, right? But it all comes together to make an experience that's greater than its individual components. I can still taste the dough. I can still taste the bread, right? I can still taste the sauce. I can taste the cheese. I can taste the toppings. But all of them come together to make something that's greater than any one of those things would have been individually. So light sauce, I disagree with. Extra cheese, I disagree with. extra toppings I disagree with. Pizza should just be a perfect 25% of the crust, 25% sauce, 25% cheese, 25% toppings. A perfect 25, 25, 25, 25. Trap chest, we've already discussed this. I want it to trigger on a specific hour in the day. Ugh. So what do we do? Do I just never fill the chest up to full and go back to the way I had it? What's the likelihood of actually filling the chest all the way up? Or, well, the dispenser. Slim to none? God, everybody in chat room is ordering a pizza. Yo, we should have a pizza affiliate link. That's what we should have. Damn, son. Ooh, another idea. I just might... Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast! I just figured it out. Check this. There's something that we've completely missed. There's something that we've completely forgotten. There's something that we all take for granted, that almost everyone that plays this game knows exists, but every single person, no one ever uses this mechanic. Okay. Does anybody have any guesses what it is?
I'm gonna lock it.
We're gonna pop, drop, and lock it. Yeah. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So then we need to, it just needs to say, can you lock a repeater with a comparator? That's the question. Oh, yeah. So good. Okay. So then we do that, into that. And then we, what, like this, into this? Is that it? Wait, hang on. It needs to be locked, except for when it's noon. It needs to be locked, except for when it's noon. See, so this is now on, but nothing can happen. I could fill this absolutely completely full, right? Pull out the non-full stacks, put in full stacks. This is 100% full. Signal strength of 15. Nothing happens. Bradley says it's not going to work. Why isn't it gonna work? If it turns on and locks powered, then it still doesn't spam items. It's the same thing. Because I actually already had that exact thought. Okay, so now it's locked. Right? it's not going to spam any items because it's locked in the on position. It's still locked. Now, if we destroy this, yeah, off. And now it's locked on, and the same thing happens. It still stops it from spamming items. My point is, I don't think it's going to empty quickly enough. I mean, this is the same speed that we were emptying at before. So, I don't know. It's interesting to me that you're bringing that up now, and this is literally the exact same unlock, or the same dispenser speed that we had before. Anybody remember those thin rectangle school pizzas? Oh, dude, 100%. I think about them all the time. Have multiple dispensers? Nah, because I just want to be able to place the item directly into this first dispenser. Then again, how often will it be used? Exactly. Once every few days? I think it's a fair point to be concerned about how often it unlocks. But if we're concerned about how often it unlocks, then, or excuse me, if we're then concerned about how slow it is versus how much we use it, then we could put a hopper or double chest into it. Waiting for this to become 15. $14. 14. 14! Nims ever redeems chat. Redeemed to hydrate. I got the water bottle right here. This is girlfriend's water bottle. I stole it. No, like there will only be 10 items dropped when it's noon. It'll be way more than that. Here. There's 6 stacks. 7 stacks of items. I don't think I have another stack that I'd be able to throw in there. Nothing else I have on me is a complete stack. Oh. 15. And nothing's happening. So why isn't anything happening? I think it needs to be in subtract mode. Yeah, I'm positive of it. Okay, so we're not really concerned about them actually despawning here. I'm just concerned about how far we get through the stacks. Ketchup worked really well with those pizzas. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to be like eviscerated by chat room. That was my thought, dude. I was like, yeah, dude, I remember putting ketchup on those pizzas. And then I was like, man, I would never put ketchup on a pizza nowadays. But back then, with those like rectangular school pizzas, whenever somebody showed me that you put ketchup on it, I was like, dude, you're my best friend now. Like, that was revolutionary. I mean, I think that this is going well. We're still in the 15 mark, and we needed to shut off at the 14 mark. So you can see the daylight sensor power output just to the left of the daylight detector over there. Hey, Candy. I don't know if you're there. I used to put ketchup on Tostino's party pizza sometimes. It's the closest I can easy get to those old school pizzas. I think that's probably accurate. What's everyone's favorite pizza place? Does it have to be... It looks like we're gonna get through 7 stacks here, I just want to say. Favorite pizza place? I've added you a couple times. Oh. Lol. Oh, and there it fell to 14. We didn't get through 7 stacks. We missed... What is this? This would be 32 into 41 into 50. 54, 58, 65. We can do 6 stacks of items. And remember that we missed a couple of a couple of items there. So I would guess that we could do like 6 1/4 stacks because the redstone wasn't set up correctly. But I would say we could do 6 1/4 stacks per every noon time frame. Old Chicago? That's been one that I've been meaning to try. I do enjoy a Chicago-style pizza. I don't think that it's pizza anymore. It's Chicago pizza, right? Like, it's the same but different. I don't know if it counts as pizza. It's a derivative of pizza. Anyway, Candy. If you wanted to go ahead and order us just a pizza, no wings, no nothing else like that, just a pizza. That would be awesome. Good whiskey and good food. There's a Old Chicago in Kansas City that I've been meaning to try. Is Old Chicago that good? Okay. Space limp with the hydrate. There's a water bottle. There it is. Can't wait until I get to do that with my own water bottle. Cheers, man. No wings? Yo, Candy and I made a deal. If we were super good and didn't go out for any fast food for the entire month of January, and we saved a bunch of money, and we only went to like Aldi and like the cheap area of Walmart, and saved a bunch of money on food, we made a deal that we could get an air fryer. And oh my God, chat room, we did it. We got an air fryer, and since then, we have made wings like 2 to 3 times a week since we got the air fryer. So yeah, I think I don't even think that Pizza Hut or whoever's wings, the only thing that I'll say is an air fryer can't have that thick breading that a traditional fry experience can. But as far as flavor and most of the texture, yo, I have been very satisfied with how I'm able to do the wings. And instead of it being like 80 cents to $1 a wing, it's practically nothing. It's like a huge package of chicken breast is $5, and like $5 turns into 50 wings. So it goes from being $1 a wing down to 10 cents a wing. You throw in a little bit of the cost of sauce and the cost of, like, I don't know, electricity and labor, and still my wings are only like 30 cents a wing. Whereas like from a chain place, it's like $1 a wing. Yeah, no, I'm good. I like my wings just fine. I need to come up with my own sauce now. I'm just using like a store-bought, off-the-shelf wing sauce. But we just recently figured out the breading and the how long to cook it for and how to get the right crispiness, and it's more like a lightly breaded wing, right? It's not, they're not a super dense breading. But I like it. So anyway, we can still get free wings with rewards point. Only 8 wings, but still. Yo, if you want to spend some rewards points to give me some free wings, to get us some free wings, I am 100% on board with that. You still need a rice cooker? Do we need a rice cooker? Probably. If I'm being honest, rice is one of those things where rice is one of those things where it holds very well. And given the current volatile state of our food supply, maybe I get a rice cooker and then just buy a 50-pound bag of rice. Or the rewards can get us a medium pizza for free. I would do the medium pizza. Definitely the medium pizza. 100%. I didn't see the second message. Medium pizza! Okay. So this is going to be our unload, our trash can station. Into the room. How big do we want the bedroom? It's currently 4 deep. Now it's a 5x5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we want 5x5 or do we want a 7x7? So I gotta ask, at Candy, do you do a bunch of art during Nim streams? She's working right now. Like her big kid job went work from home like basically a week before the quarantine happened. So her work from home job is, she's just doing that. So while I'm streaming, because I stream from 2 p.m. until like usually about 6 p.m. Central, she's at work. So do a 5x5. I'm also thinking that I'm going to mirror this onto the other side, and then the other side is going to be the map room. She's hecka productive. Yeah. So we've got a 7x7 wall for a map room, or at least a 7 wide map. Seems really wide. I think I want to keep this 5 wide. Can we get a $6 pasta? Since our pizza is free? If you get a pasta, then I want a pasta, and that's gonna be $12. We're trying to save money. Actually, it's 10. 'Cause a deal. Yeah, okay. Okay. I concede. Wait, Bradley typed donate and Flamewheel said I got you. Well, I think Flamewheel and Bradley are gonna support the pizza endeavor, or the pizza pasta endeavor. You want meaty marinara or chicken Alfredo? You know the answer to that question. I don't though. I don't like Alfredo. You know that. Oh duh. Oh duh. White sauces are gross. Don't at me. It's just like creamed milk. It's just gross. It doesn't have a flavor. It's just cooked milk on top of pasta sauce with some mild seasonings on it. I joined at the wrong time. You joined at the best time, bud. This is probably the most building I've done in Minecraft all day, so. But yeah, no, white sauces are gross. It's just cooked milk. It's gross. Don't at me. Bradley gifted a sub. Gifted a tier 1 sub to Ennis Lobby. That must be a lurker. We're doing pasta on him. Nice. Thank you, man. Okay. So here's a nice, quaint little bedroom. Cheese is just solid milk, and you don't have any problems with that on pizza? Because there's different types of cheese! You're gonna tell me that blue cheese and mozzarella and cheddar jack all taste the same? Flamewheel with the $20 friggin'! A legend! You're gonna tell me that all of those different types of cheese taste the same? And they taste even remotely close to what the original milk tastes like? No. No, they don't. Fight me. I'm bigger than you. I'll beat you up. My dad will fight your dad. Blue cheese is gross, don't at me. That's fair. I thought blue cheese was gross up until like literally 6 months ago. And now, and in the last, I don't know, 6 months to a year, I realized that if you make a buffalo chicken sandwich with like spinach on it, you toast some buns, you put maybe a dab, the tiniest dab of maybe ranch on top of it, with like a melting of blue cheese, like a small crumble, the tiniest of crumble. The blue cheese and like buffalo chicken really go well together. So like, blue cheese is disgusting. It literally tastes like foot fungus. It smells like foot fungus. Chat room, we've all had to clip our toenails before, and blue cheese smells like dirty toenails. Okay? We're just gonna level. Okay, so this one is gonna go into the corner. It's gonna go underneath this block. And it'll probably be downward, facing downward. Goat cheese is tough to get used to, but if you get it right, okay, sorry, you're eating. Might be. So I thought blue cheese was gross as well. Like, clearly, I thought blue cheese was super gross. But then I realized that there's a time and place where blue cheese is good. People that, like, dip like their wings directly in blue cheese. No, that's gross. People that just like enjoy blue cheese for the sake of blue cheese, those people are gross and those people are wrong and we should not associate with those people. But there are very niche circumstances where blue cheese actually elevates your food. Oh wait, it's gotta be Silk Touch. Bedroom. It is you're eating rotten cheese. TF. I mean, technically, isn't all cheese rotten? Technically. If I had to describe what blue cheese tasted like to someone that's never smelled, heard, and has no knowledge of what blue cheese is, that's exactly the way I would describe it. Okay, so then we make, what, a map room on the other side? Two, three, four, five. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Cool. Pizza is on the way. Do you know the way? Blue cheese tastes like disappointment? Nah, it doesn't taste like disappointment. Blue cheese, non-ironically, tastes straight up like a fungus. Like, I'm not even playing. Like most cheese, it's like, this is cheese. Blue cheese is just a fungus. You can clearly tell that there was some fungus action at work.
Look at the size of that
Sidebar
thing.
Troll with another $5, man. Wow, so freaking generous today. Mine and Yuck Blue Cheese. Blue cheese is not mine. Sidebar is mine. All right, Sidebar Troll does not like blue cheese. If we ever want to scare off Sidebar Troll, we wave blue cheese around. Blue cheese is to Sidebar Troll what garlic is to vampires. Pizza ETA at 6:22 p.m. It's busy right now. Okay. All right. This is the basis for the map room. Such a beautiful map room.
Look at the size of that thing.
Cybertroll with another $5 reduce. In response to himself, blue cheese waivers do not get donations. Still mine. Thanks to the legend, man. Sidebar Troll, the actual legend. Another $5 freaking dollars, man. Cyber Troll probably prefers goat cheese. I can't say I've ever had goat cheese. Have I ever had goat cheese, chat room? Girlfriend, do you know if I've ever had goat cheese? How many rants have we been on this stream? Clearly not enough. Yes. Fried goat cheese. When did I have fried goat cheese? How to make a... Oh, hey, there's a crafting table in here now. I thought that's what it was. Okay. I'm gonna need way more than 5. How many rants? Yes. That's actually the perfect way of describing it. Making sure I centered them correctly. Beautiful. One continuous rant with multiple pauses? No, we've pivoted. We used to be ranting about aliens, right? I ranted about aliens at the beginning of the stream. You know what somebody once told me? You know what somebody once told me? They told me that if aliens visited, we would immediately die to their foreign biology. That all of the germs that they bring would immediately kill us. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. They equated it to when the Europeans first visited the United States, before it was the United States, just the Americas, and everybody died because of like smallpox, basically. Wouldn't it be mad? Wouldn't it be mean? No, it wouldn't. I'm sorry, I'm way too passionate about this. No. Think about how difficult it is. Okay, we on Earth all evolved from a single common ancestor, right? We are all carbon-based life forms. We all have like 75% of the same DNA. Admittedly, 75% of the same DNA is how you break down glucose, and then like the 25% of the DNA is actually the thing that makes you a thing. But still, we all come from the same fucking root organism. Provided you believe in evolution. But it still holds up even if you don't believe in evolution. Just hear me out, okay? Think about how difficult it is for any disease, germ, microbe to leap from one species to another. It's hard. Aren't we 90% similar to bananas? Yes! I don't know if that's the exact statistic, but yes! We're like, if it's alive on Earth, then you are 75% similar to it. Just from a genome perspective, because 75% of it is of your genome is just dedicated to how cells break down sugars. That's literally it. So everything has to break down sugar the exact same fucking way, which means that you're 75% similar to everything else on the face of the planet. And even then, it is so difficult for you to become infected by a disease that affects another thing. And when it does make the crossover, like it did with COVID, from presumably from bats, we're not 100% yet, but presumably from bats to humans, it's an occurrence, dude. Same thing with swine flu in 2012. It's an occurrence when it happens. Okay, so now let's talk about aliens. The likelihood of them even having a biology that's close enough to ours to be able to share germs is so infinitesimally slim. More like 60% bananas, apparently. Still, dude, still. And here's the thing, they don't even have to be carbon-based. They could be a silicon-based life form. They could be, there's multiple different matters that exist in like liquid, solid, and gaseous that they could have a biology that is so different than ours that literally like our cells and like all of the germs that affect us could literally vaporize because they're Nims never reads chat. $5. They could have a biology that's so different that they could be methane based, right? Which operates at thousands, but hundreds of degrees lower than our oxygen-based environment. If our cells entered their like biome, we would instantly freeze. If their cells entered our biome, they would instantly evaporate. There's not even a possibility for mutation to affect each other's anything. So first, they would have to be some sort of oxygen-based, carbon-based life form. And even then, which is already ridiculously, infinitesimally slim, because there should be a bunch of different ways life should form. But even then, think about how often diseases jump from one species of animal to another, even though we all come from the same root organism. If they come from a completely different organism, there's no fucking way. This has been my soapbox. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I really appreciate your time. Well, let's get back to Minecraft. I need more sticks. Dude, I got so angry when he told me that. He told me that, like seriously, he told me that like 5 years ago, and it just stuck with me ever since because it was in like a Discord group chat, and everybody's like, oh yeah, if they came, their biology would just immediately wipe us out. Like all of their germs, it would be just like the settlers coming to the Americas for this first time. They would give us alien smallpox. And I'm like, lay off the bud, dude. You are smoking way too much pot. No, that would not happen. It could. It 100% could. Like but the likelihood of them having a biology that is so similar to ours, where their like microbiome would be then interacting with ours, is so infinitesimally slim, it is so statistically irrelevant that it is not the thing to focus on. I hate it because I disagree with them slightly, but I don't want to get it started again. No, please. Like, I'm actually curious. Better me as a person. Show me how I'm wrong. Because don't just be an echo chamber. I promise I won't rant. I'll ask you questions to probe your opinion, but I won't rant. Gives a standing ovation. Thank you, Urza. I need more item frames. I need like a lot more item frames than that, actually. Shh. Now, obviously, my argument falls apart. Cyber Troll. With another $5, dude. Thank you. Between Nimsteed's chat, Sidebar Troll, Flame Wheel, Gareth, like, you guys are wonderful. Thank you for the love and support today. Hey, we don't know, maybe aliens directed evolution on Earth to make us similar to them. Conceptually, it's possible. I made so many mistakes. My previous message has my counter argument. James, just resend the message. All diseases come from animals, though. Black Plague, Corona. The whole reason the Americas got wiped out is because they didn't have domestic animals to acclimate them to diseases. Okay, sure. Okay. So, to make that leap, you are assuming that the life that visits us must be compatible with our microbiome, with our germs. If their germs are methane based, if their germs are silicon based, if their germs, if they are like the size of a nebula, right? Conceptually, alien life could be any number of things. Then it wouldn't even be physically possible for their germs to affect a human. In the event that the alien is carbon oxygen based, then I would agree that there's a chance, because if they're carbon oxygen based, that means that they're going to have similar temperature ranges as us. They're going to have they're probably going to breathe oxygen just like we do, maybe at different scales. They might not breathe, though. They might be a closed-loop system. In which case, spreading their biome is also irrelevant. So you have to overcome all of those logical hurdles in order to make the argument that the alien microbiome could then affect us. I'm not saying it's not possible. But I'm saying that it's so infinitesimally slim that is not the focus of what happens when you meet aliens, right? I'm thinking that the major viruses that we've had have come from other animals. Black Plague, Corona, Ebola, and those have happened in the past 20 years. I think it's more likely than you are suggesting. I think that you're skipping that you are the assumption that alien life can be anything other than, or you're making a very broad assumption that alien life must be exactly the same as our life. If that's true, then yes, I concede every point if that's true. But my core argument stems from the likelihood of alien life being even remotely physical compatible with ours is so infinitesimally slim that the likelihood of them having some sort of microbiology that is then compatible with ours and thus able to exert influence is so slim that is not the likelihood. And that is such a less than a, I don't want to assign numbers because I'm not a numbers person, but it is so small that it becomes almost an irrelevant conversation piece. Oh yeah, and okay, I see, Gareth. Yeah, and I would agree with that then, because if their biome is somehow compatible with ours, then 100% our biome would be compatible with theirs. In which case it does become mutually assured destruction. With the exemption of them, I mean, if they're aliens and they have the ability to travel, interstellar travel, we could assume that they also have the ability to modify their own genome, where humans are about to have that, so that's not super far-fetched. We also would have to assume that they have drugs that like repair things in their like drugs that target like whatchamacallit, like nanobots that specifically deliver drugs and can specifically target bad actors in their own immune systems, right? So I don't know if it would be explicitly mutually assured destruction, because if they have the technology to make it to Earth, we could also make some assumptions that they would have the technology to handle this the medical crisis. Even if they aren't carbon-based, who knows what they got that won't kill them but could kill us. What? It doesn't even need to be their germs per se, but they could bring around and act as a germ or virus and react poorly with our environment or bodies. Okay, but now you're changing the basis of the hypothetical. That's not the hypothetical that I'm presenting here. Like 100%, they could terraform Earth and then that would kill all of us, right? But that's not the hypothetical. The hypothetical was we die to their germs. Full stop. Aliens are a fiction created by the government to distract us from thinking that the Earth is flat. But the Earth isn't flat. Therefore, aliens are real, right? Is that the logical step that you make? Limbs, let's say that they are mercury-based. Then if they are around us, they could possibly emit a toxic element that could kill us. Okay, I see. That's James's point there. So if they're a mercury-based life form, just by existing near them, maybe they're radioactive, right? You could take any number of things. I agree with those points, 100%. They could be mercury-based. They could be radioactive. There could be something part of their biology that makes them toxic to us. But it's a difference between being toxic to us and infecting us with a disease. So the hypothetical that I'm presenting is just the disease. If they are mercury-based, then yes, they would be unhealthy for us to be around. If they are radioactive, then yes, they would be unhealthy for us to be around. And they could kill us in a way that doesn't kill them in reverse. Sure, I agree with all of those points. That's not what I'm arguing. Earth diseases are useless at anything but attacking the very specialized life forms on Earth. That's exactly my point. And conversely, their diseases would be useless at attacking anything that wasn't their very specialized versions of life. I think you are making the assumption that just because they have a different biology doesn't mean their microorganisms and viruses couldn't affect us in some way. No, I disagree with that. Like, yes, I'm making that assumption, but in order to affect us, their microorganisms would have to be so similar, so wildly, insanely similar to our own to be able to affect us. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm saying that it's so infinitesimally slim that it becomes a negligible concern. I feel like if water was dangerous to them, they wouldn't land on a planet with water and a ton of it that's very clearly visible from space. Unless they are idiots. But then how did they get space travel? See, I disagree with that whole premise as well. You're taking it in a different way, which is cool. Humans can only exist in... Wait, okay, so James, were we idiots when we went to the moon? And I think you understand the point that I'm making there, so I'm not gonna beat the dead horse there. There is okay, so Urzu is saying there is a greater possibility that they don't have a deadly disease. Wait, never mind. His statement is worded strangely. There is more of a possibility that they don't have a deadly disease than that they won't kill us from our own biology. I don't know what he's trying to say there. I don't know. Besides all of that, a germ is a microorganism and not a virus. They don't have to have any compatible with our biology to have an adverse or even deadly effect on us if we are infected by them. They don't have to have any compatibility with our biology to have an adverse or even deadly effect on us if we were infected by them. They don't have to have any compatibility with our biology to have an adverse effect. They would have to be compatible. You contradict yourself. If the alien life form is mercury based, then there's no way. I mean, if their mercury germs got on us, it wouldn't have the ability to interact with our like water-based cells. It just couldn't. We would still be sick because we would then have mercury poisoning, but their mercury-based cells would have no effect on our water-based cells. It's just not possible. Of course, again, we would still be sick to the mercury. We would still be sick to radiation. I mean, if they were of some... The list goes on and on. But then that's just like getting, I don't know, like carbon dioxide poisoning. That's just like getting mercury poisoning. That's not an effect that their biology is having on us. It's just a state-based change. What I was trying to say is that there would be less of a chance that they bring a disease that will even affect us than them emitting some sort of deadly chemical. I would agree that a deadly chemical is way more likely. I'm not saying that interacting with an alien in like in a non-protected environment is a good idea. No. Conceptually, if aliens do exist, then which statistically they should, then it's much more likely that their biology has some sort of chemical reaction that is adverse to humans more than their biology, than their germ has on our microbiome. Yeah, I guess that's just where we disagree. I would not take up the assumption that just because our biology is different means that their viruses couldn't affect us in some way. I think that's a big assumption to make. Okay, so the single largest single-celled organism is an egg. What if the alien is so massive that the size of their cells is equal to an ostrich egg? Is that ostrich egg, single cell from their biology, compatible with our own? No, it's just not. Okay, what if they're mercury based? What if they're methane based? Both of those have wildly different operating temperatures than us. We wash our hands, we cook food up to like 165 degrees Fahrenheit in order to break down cells. They might exist in some temperature where their liquid, solid, gaseous states are normal or fine between like 300 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. In which case, their cellular biology would completely freeze at our temperatures, and our cellular biology would boil at theirs. They're just not physically compatible with each other. Nims, a thorn in your thumb has an adverse effect on us. Regardless of that, germs being in our body, if recognized by our immune system as foreign, would create a reaction like allergies. I agree with the thorns. Again, because thorns is mercury. Thorns is radiation. Completely. No, and that's not the hill that I'm trying to die on. Yes, if they have some sort of thorn in that metaphor, then 100% that would have some sort of adverse effect on us. Completely. Which I'm equating to, they're mercury-based, they're a methane-based, they are radioactive. That would be a thorn into our human bodies. But the second half, germs being in our body, if recognized by the immune system as foreign, would create a reaction like allergies. I think that is a wild jump. Absolutely. You have to forego so many other much more likely things in order to say that their germs are even inside of our body. You have to skip so many other logical checks to say that they have germs inside of our body. And I would say that those 100 other logical checks that you need to make are far more greater in likelihood than the likelihood of one of their germs entering our body. Again, if they are methane based, they could if they're mercury based, if they're radioactive, that could hurt us because it would literally poison us. But their germs would not affect us. It wouldn't understand how to interact with our cells. There's also a possibility that their cells are so giant that it can't even, it's not even at the same scale as ours. We don't even know that we can communicate with them, trade materials or something else, let alone get the diseases. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, this is all hypothetical, so I actually don't know, because you're talking so aloof that you are kind of skipping things that I think some people would think are likelihoods. So the disagreement here is that I think it's very likely that we are nothing alike. And so far removed from being anything alike. Their intelligence could be the size of a solar system. Like the electrical storms inside of a solar system could act just like brain waves in a human, just like the electrical pulses inside of our brains. How am I supposed to get a disease from a literal solar system sized entity? It's just not physically possible. I'm going to turn to Murphy's Law and say that anything bad that can happen, you're kind of misrepresenting Murphy's Law, but sure, that's okay. Anything bad that can happen will happen. Doesn't matter if it's a remote possibility, so it's a possibility of aliens deciding to land on Earth. That's just taking an easy out. That's my point. We could be so unlike that it wouldn't even matter. And that's my whole point, is in all of the ways that life could exist, their form of life would have to be so similar to ours to even, maybe they don't even have a microbiome. Maybe they don't have germs. Maybe it just doesn't exist for them. Dude, I totally concede, 100%. And I never made this point in the first place. It's totally possible that they're radioactive and that just hurts us. It's totally possible that, as they exhale freaking, I don't know, mercury vapors, and that hurts us. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. I'm saying, if I sneeze on you, you get sick. Not because of the oxygen in my sneeze, not because of the water droplets, because of the germs in my sneeze. If an alien sneezed on me, am I gonna get sick from their germs? I argue overwhelmingly unlikely. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Minecraft. Aliens. I made a bed. I need to make the redstone for this. What are we doing? We're debating aliens. Well, to my friend's point, I guess there are more people that believe his thing than I thought. I would refer you to watch Dr. Michio Kaku as he talks about what likely things an alien has. I'll have to find the video after the stream. So there we can make some assumptions that like aliens have, right? We can make an assumption that aliens need to have some way of interacting with their environment. That's almost a guarantee. It doesn't. So, you know, the shorthand is that humans have 5, but we actually have something like 17 senses. So you need some way of interacting with your environment. You also need some way of consuming. What's the grand word here? Of gathering, of consuming resources, something like that. But nowhere in any of those assumptions is it I don't remember what the other ones are, to be honest. But nowhere in any of those assumptions do you have to say that they have a microbiome. They might not even have germs. Nowhere in those assumptions do they have to have be carbon oxygen based. Nah. And that's where a lot of my opinion came from, is watching, I don't know his title. I think he's an astrophysicist talking about aliens. The only thing necessary to life is liquid and lightning. Okay. This isn't real water, right? This isn't like a pond. This is still all plains biome. Okay, so we could totally fill this in. R.I.P. Little Pond, you've been here since the very beginning. It was only a matter of time. What if the aliens that landed on Earth were humans that were abducted by other aliens in the distant past? I would make the argument that that's very unlikely. However, if that happened, then yes, their microbiome would 100% be compatible with ours. And we would probably, like, mutually assure destruction each other. But then that gets into, like, some weird alien benevolence stuff. Bordering on the lines of, like, almost religion. I'm trying to be good here. I'm trying to decide at this point, do I want the redstone to grow out to the left or out behind? I wonder if there's like a way of curving it. Get a nice curve. Nope, it's pretty much just a solid block. Watermelon being the best fruit out there. What is the best fruit, chat room? What's the best fruit? cucumber, disgusting. Get out of this chat. Tomato? Tomato might be. Peaches or watermelon? I could respect those choices. Watermelon, peaches? Grapes. Okay, are we looking at this as eating the fruit raw, or are you looking at this from what the fruit grows into? Because like grapes turn into wine, and I guarantee girlfriend was just like, oh, wine, that's it, grapes, that's my fruit, grapes. And like tomatoes turn into all sorts of things. No, fruit ripe from the branch. Okay, I agree with that. Fruit ripe from the branch. What's the best fruit? You're picking it right off of whatever it grows on. Whether it be a vine, a branch, raw peaches and watermelon. Gerthor redeemed. Hydrate. Girlfriend took mine. Black cherries. I would probably argue raspberries. I don't even know, actually. Raspberries. Peaches are too fuzzy. They're just weird to me. A pear, but like, a pear is just a one-dimensional fruit. It's just sweet, and that's all it is. There's no extra, there's no layer to a pear. You need to move to Washington. Our main fruits are apples and raspberries. Dude, raspberries are delicious. Are berries fruits? For the purposes of this conversation, we'll say that berries are fruits. Even though I think that technically they aren't, we'll count them. Because they frequently fall into that same, like, mental space. I have a raspberry field that is right past my backyard. Yo, I'm moving. I'm evicting you, and I'm gonna take over your house, and then I'm gonna go raid that farmer's raspberry field all the time. Pink Lady or Gala? No, wrong. You're both wrong. The greatest apple is the Golden Delicious. Raspberries may win then. Why isn't everything made of raspberries? Raspberries are delicious, dude. Raspberries are easily the best. Let's just evict my neighbor. You don't like them anyway. Okay, they can have our house, and then it'll just be crazy neighbors right next door to each other. Gondolas kind of taste mushy. Nah, they shouldn't be mushy. They shouldn't taste mushy either. We gotta get you some good Golden Delicious. Okay. Golden Delicious should be crisp as well. Where did I put all my blocks? How do we go from cheese to aliens to apples? Well, cheese and apples make sense because I'm a fatty at heart, and food motivates me. Speaking of which, the pizza should be here soon. Yeah, I mean, that's true. But I also have things that I would like to do before the pizza gets here. I think I want to try to get in a shower before dinner. I really want this dude's trident. It's just never gonna happen for me. He did just throw one at my door. He almost hit the button. He could have opened the door. Do we just destroy the charcoal factory? It's kind of not usable anymore. Can we tighten it up one? I mean, yeah, you could, but then you have to do a different way of getting the power here. Okay. Ah! 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 Let's just take it out the... So what are we building on the side? Let's just take it out the back. It's the most safest way of doing this. Where did all of the items that I pulled out go? Oh, there's the repeaters. Alright, so that part's done. And then we need this, basically. 2 more observers. Redstone block is the primary observer. Realistically, I should do this the other way. Because I don't want this to overlap into this space, but this is going to disappear. Okay, so we just mirror this. And then it goes into the... So interestingly, we're also going to have to make sure that we keep the daylight sensor exposed. Which means that it can't go this way. Because then that pushes it under the wall. Which means that the daylight sensor has to go this way. Right? I could probably embed that in there a little bit tighter, but... And so now this would throw items straight down, and then we would just throw them onto something that would destroy them. Only at specific hours of the day. Nothing. But if it were noon, then they would be shut out immediately, right? You guys are absolutely wild. Trying to keep up with, excuse me, what's happening in chat. We have a bedroom. We have a map room. And then we'll take the, over this way will be the, you know what? Just a thought. Why don't I put it on the other side? Why don't I put the storage? Why did I put the bed there? I could just put the storage, the bed here, and then put the, and then that fixes the issue. All right, beady eyes everywhere. Where'd my other pickaxe go? How did I drop it? Is that it? Everything except for all of the charcoal. Oh god, I just don't know how to get into my base anymore. All of my shulker boxes are strangely down here. All right. Okay, so then we move it into the other corner, and then that frees up all of the space, and then we could clearly take it sideways, and all of our problems is fixed. Okay. Wait, Nims, did you say map room? Are you going to be collecting maps in those item frames? That'll lag you up real bad? Is it going to be that bad? Yeah, maps of just the area. Just like the area immediately adjacent to the base. Item frames are frame killers. Man. Maybe it's a map room in spirit. Maybe we don't actually put the map room there. Like, it's clearly the map room. We just don't install it. Maybe instead of a 5x3, we do a 3x3. I don't know, I'm pretty obsessed with preserving lag. And then we just go this way. I think I just heard girlfriend run through the house. But then again, that's not too uncharacteristic of her. I just wonder if that means that pizza's here. Did you hear her yell? It would have been really faint. The pizza is here. Chat room, I think we'll finish this project tomorrow. I will log off looking at it so that way I don't forget. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm super hungry. I'm gonna go devour this pizza. But before we do, I have so many shout outs. Sidebar Troll, Nims Never Reads Chat, Sidebar Troll again, Flame Wheel, Bradley's Gaming, Flame Wheel, Gareth Lore, Sidebar Troll, Nims Never Reads Chat, Bradley's Gaming, Castle, Sidebar Troll, 4Poppy, and Accursed ZGS. Oh, and then Gareth Lore again. Hang on, and then more. There's more. Nims Never Reads Chat, Nims Never Reads Chat. And yeah, that's it. That's where we leave it. You guys are wonderful. This was hella fun. Also join next time. This was such a derivative stream. It was so ranty. I'm glad. This is the top end of what we do. Usually it's a bit more chill. Candy wants to go to Europe and you can make a fortune from quarantine views. Yeah. We're definitely gonna make a fortune from quarantine views. If I want that to happen, then I need to start posting YouTube videos at the wazoo, like 3 a week. Anyway, you guys are wonderful. Again, shout out to those guys that supported the stream. Huge shout out to all the new follows that we got today. There were a few of them, and just thanks, guys. I had fun. Y'all are wonderful. ! Discord, join the Discord, hang out with everybody. That's all I'm really gonna ask. Cheers, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.